What's up, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint back at you with another Omnibus haul. You guys stay tuned. Alright guys, before we get started, my man John Paul at That Spider-Man booth has a new mystery box running. I mean, he's always got a mystery box running. They run from Saturday to Wednesday and then Wednesday to Saturday. So the current box is a Amazing Spider-Man, damn, what is it, 24? It's the second appearance of Dr. Octopus in a 7.0. So if you go to thatspidermanbooth.com, use the code GEMMINT, you'll get $10 off and a chance to win that Silver Age Spider-Man Grail. Alright, so it must have been a while since I've done an omnibus haul because this was actually 3 separate packages. Man, I had to order that House of Mystery, or what is it, House of Secrets by itself. I had to order Animal Man by itself, and then the Black Bolt Transformers by themselves, just because, you know, there's been a slow couple of weeks and there was nothing coming out that I needed. So, finally put together enough books to do a haul. I got the Black Bolt oversized hardcover because when I made the video talking about what comes out this month, everybody said this was a great run and that you should pick it up, so I went ahead and did that. $34.99 cover price, collects Black Bolt 1 through 12 from the 2017 series. This is by Saladin Ahmed. So this is by Saladin Ahmed, which is interesting because I was actually going to make a video about Saladin Ahmed's Miles Morales, the End #1. He tends to be politically charged. So, you know what? I'm going to take a look at this book and see if he does that in here. More to come on that. Anyway, let's flip through and take a look at Black Bolt, what the book looks like. It looks like it won an Eisner Award, so it should be a good run. I did hear about this run. I guess Black Bolt loses his powers and he's imprisoned. So we'll see how it plays out. All right, really digging the cover of the dust jacket here on Black Bolt. Looks really cool, kind of a different interpretation of the character, right? A little like, I don't know, mosaic looking, right? Typical OHC spine. You got artwork here by Ward, Irving, and Hans. Here's the back. Like I said, it's a 12-issue series that I have heard great things about. I mean, like I said, it won an award. Black Bolt's most uncanny adventure yet. A little bit about the creators here. So, Saladin Ahmed was also a novelist here. Okay, so he was a novelist and poet. And then Christian Ward is the main artist on here. Okay. Amazing artwork on the wraparound cover here. That looks great. It gives me a Drax vibe, but I'm guessing that's probably Black Bolt looking out of whatever prison he's in or something. Sounds like this book can use a good spine stretch, though. Here, a lot of glue crackling. Let's take a look at it. All right. Yeah, the artwork looks great, man. Oh, the covers are sick, all blacked out like that. Some Medusa stuff. Obviously, you're going to get some Inhuman stuff dealing with Black Bolt. Some Lockjaw. You got to love Lockjaw. Yeah, great artwork, man. Wow, that's really amazing. Your boy Ward, he did his thing on the art. Damn, that's tight. Yeah, man. Yeah, this looks great. I just hope that the writing isn't like politically fueled, you know? Well, look at this cover homage to Uncanny 141. Christian Ward did that too. Okay. IDW's Transformers Phase 2 Volume 10, right? Yeah, so this is nearing the end of Phase 2. I think there's going to be 11 or 12 volumes total, but it collects Transformers 44 and 45. More Than Meets the Eye, issues 45 through 49. Windblade 6 and 7. It collects the Sins of the Wreckers miniseries, the Combiner Hunters one-shot, and the Holiday Special. I guess I should start reading Phase 2. I read Phase 1. I didn't love Phase 1. I thought it was a little all over the place, a little wordy, not really a clear enough overarching story. Hopefully this one, Phase 2, is better because from what I understand, it's kind of like a reimagining of the Transformers, similar to how IDW did the new Turtles run. So I definitely want to start, reading Phase 2. This has a $49.99 cover price. Let's flip through it and see what it looks like. All right, you gotta love the uniform look to these IDW Transformer books. This one, no different. You have a close-up mugshot of a Transformer on the front. Spine that matches. DC, take notes. And here goes the back. I guess that's the Wreckers, right? Going together to make Devastator? Or no, I guess I'm wrong. But they all look like... I guess it's one of those combiners, right? Alright, so it starts off with this, I guess, Windblade series that's going on. I'm not familiar with it because I'm not caught up on Phase 2. I didn't want to read Phase 2 and then, like, have a long wait between the last 2 volumes. So I'm kind of trying to time this read. That looks great. Yeah, Combiner Hunters. There you go. That's what that was on the back, not Devastator. Combiner Hunters are definitely inspired by Devastator. But he's all, like, construction vehicles, right? So very wordy, man. See, I'm surprised. Like when I read the other Transformers, how wordy it was, and it wasn't an easy read, to be honest with you, for me at least. This looks a little too cartoony for my taste, but back to the grime right here. Cool, man. We'll jump into it. Alright, DC Comics. Let me talk to y'all for a minute. So this is House of Secrets, the Bronze Age Omnibus Volume 2. This is a $125 book that collects House of Secrets 112 through 154. Now, I do like these new dust jackets. They look good. And I'm going to jump out on a limb here and say that DC's Collected Edition department decided to change the kind of boring maybe look of the original stuff. So I think this is the third release with the updated graphics. You had the Joker Bronze Age, you had the Doom Patrol Bronze Age Omnibus, and now this. But so here's my beef, right? Like, did anybody in that department stop to ask, hey, what about people that have been collecting the rest of the line? Like, I understand you're trying to target more and maybe newer audience, but for a Volume 2 to look so much different from Volume 1, like, what's the thought process there? You know, like, I think what you guys should have done was made the original cover match this, and then make a variant cover that people can choose from one or the other, because it just kind of, like, shits on us that have been collecting the entire line. Like, I own every gold, silver, Bronze Age DC Omnibus. They just did it with the Superman reprint, too. Like, I don't know. It's just like, as collectors, the people that buy these books are typically collectors who buy more than one, right? So we want it to look good on our shelves, and this doesn't look good. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. I know it's just, aesthetics, and it doesn't have anything to do with the material inside, which we'll flip through now. But I think there's going to be others that agree with me. All right, again, the artwork and the design of these new omnibus, they do look great. I just wish that there was more of an option for those who have been collecting the original run. The spine here does stand out on the shelf more, no doubt about that. And I like how they started including all of the classic covers on the back, like how Marvel does it for their classic omnibus. On this flap, you're going to get all the old-looking dust jackets. Yeah, it shows the other Bronze Age Omnibus that are out already. Here we get a little bit about House of Secrets. So they stuck with the same kind of black hardcover, but what they've been doing on the back is doing like this embossed graphic, which is pretty cool. I remember the Joker one had it too. That does look pretty nice. Go ahead and stretch this spine out, you guys. Bronze Age DC, like House of Secrets, horror stuff, that's not what I grew up with. I really just was picking these up because I was, collecting the whole line of those omnibus, Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age. They got me hooked with the Batman, Superman stuff, and I just kept it going. But then it's like any man's library. Like, how many of the books in the library are actually read? If you ever watch any movie with, like, a rich guy has a library, which I'm not, but, you get the point. If these things weren't 50% off, 52% off, I wouldn't be buying them. But you know, there are people that grew up with this stuff, and to have this reprinted in oversized hardcovers, cleaned up, probably for the first time for most of these issues, I would assume. It's definitely a good look for those fans. For me, it's the type of stuff that if I ever get a chance to jump into this, I'm gonna knock one issue out and then go read something else before I try to binge something like this, you know? Speaking of these omnibus, you know, some are good for binging and some definitely aren't. We're going to talk about that when I do my X-Men read-through. Last up, we have the Animal Man Omnibus by Jeff Lemire. This collects his new 52 run. I've only read the Grant Morrison Animal Man Omnibus, which I really love, man, because it was a surprise. I thought Animal Man was going to be like Beast Boy, and he could just change into whatever animal at whatever time, but in the Morrison run, it's deeper than that. It's like, okay, let me use the insects or the lizard's ability to regrow a limb, or let me use a hawk's vision so that I can see far, or let me use a mosquito's whatever. It's not as obvious as a power as you would think. So I'm really interested to see what Jeff Lemire does on it. Jeff Lemire has quickly become one of my favorite writers. And he's all over the map. He's doing stuff on Image. He's doing stuff on TKO, Marvel, Valiant, DC. So he's all over the place. And I tend to really enjoy everything that he does. This book has a $125 cover price. It collects issues 0 through 29, plus the first 2 annuals, Swamp Thing 12 and 17. Has an introduction by Lemire, which is a brand new introduction, and more than 80 pages of behind-the-scenes artwork, which makes up this book. Looks like it has a wraparound cover too. We'll take a look at that in depth. So let's go ahead and do that now. Crazy looking artwork on this so far, right? So Jeff Lemire wrote it, but what do you have? Travel Foreman, Steve Pugh, and Laverne Kanzierski. Okay. Got some animals on the bottom. It looks like kind of infused in his DNA. Nice spine there for you guys. And here goes the back. Looks great. Buddy Baker. Was that the same Animal Man from the Morrison run? Here's some stuff on Jeff Lemire. The inside dust jacket doesn't have anything about. Animal Man just tells you to evolve or die. Gotcha. Wraparound cover looks sick. Kind of reminds me of the artwork on Gideon Falls, but I don't think it's the same artist, though. The same writer. Let's stretch that spine. Let's check out the binding on it. Binding is pretty tight, but it's not bad. Like, you don't really have much gutter loss here. I know I didn't really talk about it on the other books. The House of Secrets book. So this is interesting. Check out the House of Secrets book. You have where your ribbon lifts up to create the eye, right? By now you guys all know about the eye. The Jeff Lemire Animal Man Omnibus doesn't do that. It has a little bit of an eye, actually. So you have a little bit of give, and that's why we're not getting the gutter loss. But probably produced by different factories. Yeah, this does have a Gideon Falls vibe with the artwork. Table of contents, always appreciated. Here's the foreword or the introduction by Jeff Lemire. He wrote it in March of last year. I guess that's issue 1 cover, huh? Buddy Baker. Got a superhero costume this time. Yeah, see, it is a little tight, but you know, manageable. Pretty graphic here, huh? Goes the Swamp Thing stuff. Pretty interesting artwork. I'll probably start trying to read this one pretty soon because I'm a big Jeff Lemire fan. A lot of extras in this one. Oh, you have more about the artist on this last page. Okay. Oh, Scott Snyder. I guess he probably wrote the Swamp Thing stuff, maybe? I don't know why Snyder's here. Alright. Alright, GemMintCs, that's the haul for today. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know what you think about the books in the comments below. I definitely want to jump into the Animal Man book and read that one ASAP. I am interested to see what my man did on Black Bolt. Drop me a like before you leave. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more daily content like this, and stay minty fresh. Peace.